Hey guys, Chanel Monique here, aka Automations Bay, and this is part 2 of calendars. So in the first video, we went through the process of introducing you to calendars, getting all your settings set up, making sure that all the bomb calendars that are available in the system are available and ready for you to use. And we even went through the process of setting up a simple calendar. Now, the reason why I chose to set up a simple calendar first is because once you do this, you really already know how to set up all the other calendars because they're based off of the simple calendar with a few minor changes. So the next calendar we're going to set up in this video is going to be the round robin. Now, the round robin, before we get into it, I just want to give you like a brief description. It says it's for troubleshooting calls and interviews, but really this is for departments. Like if you have a billing department, tech department, customer service department, disputing department, whatever it is, you can use a round robin for each department within your company, right? So now let's get into it. We're going to start off by naming the calendar. I'm going to name it billing department, just so that you can get a real good understanding of how I personally use the round robin calendar. So now you're going to, of course, put a description. This is for billing issues. You want to make that a little bit sexier than just saying this for billing issues. Like give it a real description, but for demonstration purposes, that's what you're going to get. So now you're going to have to select the team members. Now, you would have had to already set up your team permissions prior to trying to create a round robin calendar because your team members need to have already been in here. To do so, you're just going to, on your dashboard, click on My Staff underneath Settings. If you haven't done so already, though, there's a whole video on team permissions. You need to do team permissions before you set up any calendars at all anyway, right? So I'm just going to choose from the team members I have in here. I just picked 2 for right now. And then you're going to do a custom URL. You guys already know how this goes. I'm just going to do one really fast. And then meeting duration. You're going to choose your meeting durations according to your own preferences, but make it kind of match what the calendar is for, right? We're not going to have a 2-hour meeting just for billing, but we're also not going to have a 10-minute meeting for billing because most likely they got some stuff to talk about. You know how billing gets, right? So I just left it at 30 minutes for demonstration purposes, but you move accordingly. Now, I'm not going to go through the process of choosing the availability or payments because we did it in the last video and I wanted to make this one a lot shorter, so we're just going to go ahead to advanced settings. Inside advanced settings, most of this stuff is going to be the exact same as simple calendar. Your calendar logo, your name and description are already transferred over. Now for something like this, you may want to put this in a group like maybe company departments or something, HR, where you put all your billing departments, your customer service, your tech support, all those different type of calendars and meetings. They may want to go in a group so that you can get to them quickly. Again, personal preference, that's just what I do. So now custom URL already migrated over. Meeting invite title, I may add billing. So it'll say the contact's name billing. So maybe it'll say Chloe Jones billing. Again, personal preference, because you can also just leave it as is because don't forget you're going to color code and your billing department should have its own color code for you to recognize. So now appointment distribution. This is something that is specific to round robin. You did not see this in simple calendar. So let's get into it. When you do optimize for availability, this means that the system is going to automatically distribute these appointments based on who's available. Again, the people can't come in and choose Wakas over Chanel. It's just whoever's available, right? So maybe Wakas already has a 9 o'clock appointment, then it's going to go to Automations Bay because I'm open for 9 o'clock. That's when you choose optimize for availability. Now, if you decide to choose optimize for equal distribution, This plays a major part. Let's say your team members have quotas and they have to meet a certain quota or goal for the month. Then you may give them an equal chance by having the system automatically distribute the appointments based on workload instead of just availability, right? So how it works is if Wakas already has 3 appointments and I only have 2, it's not going to go to Wakas. It's going to go to me because I have a smaller workload than Wakas. This whole little automation right here, this little setting, it just streamlines the whole process and reduces the time gap between receiving a meeting request from your clients and you actually being able to accept that request or do a follow-up or just, go through the actual process of the appointment. It makes your response times 10 times faster than you having to assign each meeting to somebody. Like, those morning meetings or those midweek meetings that you have where you're actually deciding who's going to talk to who and all of this just cancels all of that and it just makes your life way easier. Now, again, down here is where you can add the meeting location. You can put your Zoom link, Google Meets, Slack, whatever platform you're using to handle this meeting. You can put Wakas meeting here, my meeting here, right? You'll put each individual meeting link, or you can have it where it's set up inside that person's profile. So again, you could do it either way. I usually set it up inside the person's profile, but you can always set it up when you're setting up the calendars and just adding the meeting location here. Meeting location is very, very important because if you don't add the meeting location, when the automations go out, it's just going to say, here's the meeting location, and then it's going to be blank, and then you're going to get text messages like, hey, I didn't get the meeting location. I didn't get the link. I didn't get the link. Am I supposed to call you? Or are you supposed to call me? Is it Zoom? Is it phone? So you definitely want to make sure that you put the location either in here or inside each employee's profile, right? And then you're going to choose what this calendar color is going to be so that whenever you look at your calendar, you're going to automatically see red means billing or orange means billing or whatever color you decide to choose. And then you're going to save it. The rest of this is going to be exactly as is the simple calendar. So I'm not going to go all the way through it because we already have a video, but when you're setting, after you hit save, when you're going through availability, when you're going through forms and payments, when you're going through notifications, all of this is exactly as is. Nothing is different. The only thing you're changing is how the meetings are distributed. Okay? Stay tuned. We're going to the next calendar in the next video. Let's go.